Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the great pleasure of meeting with Puyan Salehi, and he is the co-founder and CEO of Scratchpad. Welcome, Puyan.
Thanks so much for having me. Great to be here.
So the great news that came out this week is that you raised funds. How much did you get?
So we raised a $33 million Series B round, and yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
The idea behind it is that you investors have confidence in the continued growth of your business. Tell us a little bit about Scratchpad. What was the original idea?
So Scratchpad is a workspace for the salesperson and the revenue team. It started from an observation that salespeople are overloaded with tools from CRM, call recording, email sequencing. I mean, you name it, there's sales tool after sales tool. But if you study how salespeople actually work, they're working out of spreadsheets and docs and task managers and these tools that are general purpose. Then having to switch tabs across all of them and then spend hours on manual data entry so managers can get the data, the company can forecast and make better business decisions. And everyone had just kind of accepted this as an okay state of the world. My co-founder Sarus and I, we just stepped back and asked, well, why? That was the inspiration that started it. And I think over the last year and a half that the product's been out, we've just seen how much of an impact that it actually has.
I see it as turning Salesforce into a sales office in the cloud where you can operate and work at the speed of thought.
Operating at the speed of thought is so important because in sales, especially, you're working many deals, many contacts. There's a lot in your mind, and so I think having a system, now not just a tool, but I think a support system or a workspace that allows you to move at that pace. In a way, I'll trivialize it. We're just focused on clicks. How many clicks can we remove? And we're focused on speed. How fast can we make the application, to your point, where, if I remember, I got to take that note about that contact or that conversation or create a follow-up or make sure I update next steps for something, I can do it from anywhere. I can do it insanely fast.
Right.
It's just intuitive.
Right. And I think that we can almost distinguish between three different levels of productivity in Salesforce. The original idea is it's a 360-degree view of the customer where the salesperson becomes the data entry clerk, and nobody wants that. And then there's a second level where you have analytics and you have an early warning system. And then the third level is to look at Salesforce as a workflow that can be accelerated, that can be approved, where you ultimately work at the speed of thought because you work in your calendar. So describe how that functions so that everybody can follow us. Yeah.
Salesforce gets a bad rap, but what they're doing is really hard. I mean, every sales team operates differently. And so how do you build a system that every business is different, that you can adapt and customize to them? So it's like the ultimate flexible product that's been built. The challenge is no matter what you build, there is this tension that exists, this conflict between the structure that you need to operate the business and then the flexibility that humans and individuals need to do their job. And how do those pieces fit together? Our view of the future in the world is that there's this really important piece called the workspace. That's not just a UI layer, but it's a collection of applications that is the place where people work, but it's connected to the data systems and the databases and workflows that a RevOps team builds.
Your idea has attracted money, and that money is going to be used to implement more ideas. What is on the roadmap?
But over the last year, I think most of the things that we worked on were around making the individual experience better for a salesperson. Now, whether you're an account executive, sales engineer, customer success, account manager, SDR, all the folks on the front line. And I think we've done a great job of that, just based on the feedback that we've gotten. The really interesting part that we started seeing is folks working together. And so we started getting feedback from account executives that are saying, yeah, I'm using Scratchpad to better collaborate with my SDR. Like, we have a target list account now, and we're just crushing it. We're collaborating better. We're more focused on the right contacts and accounts. So this idea of going from single player mode, where I, as a rep, have something that helps me do my job, to multiplayer mode, because rarely is a sale done just by an individual now, right? You think about all the people that are on a revenue team. And so this idea of how do you communicate and collaborate within the revenue team. And so we made our first entry into that. We're going to be doing a lot more there. But I think this idea of empowering the entire revenue team.
You're excited about your customers. Can you share a customer success story and what feedback you're getting?
One customer, and this is a fairly large, I believe they're a multi-billion-dollar company now, super fast growing, offices around the world. One of the big areas that they communicated to us after implementing Scratchpad, they saw it early in the pilot, but then reiterated it later, was team morale. It was simply that, we wanted to give our sales team a win. We wanted them to be happier. And they loved using Scratchpad already, but I think it's just the fact that it removed so much of the drag and the burden, and it helped them collaborate better, boosted morale.
That's awesome. Where can people learn more, Pouyan?
Just go to scratchpad.com. Most people are shocked that they can actually get set up and start using the product in under a minute. That was very deliberate on our side. So if you are using Salesforce, if you have accounts or opportunities and you want to just try it out, the best is to experience it. And we're there to help in any way we can.
Thank you, Pouyan, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much.